Sunday, September the 11th, 1988. Welcome to Headingley, Leeds for the Stones Bitter League Championship game between Leeds and Widnes. Two teams who made a highly successful start to the season. Two teams that are absolutely bursting with talent. And this afternoon we have a circuit of test team players gracing this wonderful turf at Headingley. The Leeds side this afternoon at number 1 we have Gary Spencer. Leeds now being led out by the captain Lee Crook. Number 1 is Gary Spencer. Number 2 Vincent Fawcett. Number 3 Stevenson. Number 4 Gibson. Number 5 Bassnett. Number 6 Schofield, and at scrum half 7 Wilson. In the forwards 8 is Schofield, 9 Maskell, 10 the new signing from Oldham, who had such a good time on the tour, good tour, very successful tour. Number 10 is Hugh Waddell, 11 Powell, 12 Price, and at 13 Heron. And the lead substitutes Ray Ashton at 14 and Medley at 15. The Widnes side this afternoon at 1 and Alan Tate, 2 Rick Thackeray, 3 Andy Currier, 4 Barry Dowd, and 5 Martin Afire, 6 Tony Myler, 7 David Hume, one of the 2 Hume brothers, 8 Joe Grimmer, 9 Mackenzie, 10 Derek Pike, 11 Mike O'Neill, 12 Kurt Sorensen, and at 13 Paul Hume. And the substitutes for Widnes, Steve O'Neill at 14 and Richard Ayres at 15. And the referee for this afternoon's game, Mr. Kershaw. This should really be a battle royal between these two sides who up to now both have 100% records. Widnes, of course, the league championship, and not only have they made a good start to the league matches, they also won the playoff at the Isle of Man against Wigan in what was a very entertaining game. So the two captains have met. Kurt Sorensen in the second row for Widnes and Lee Crooks at number 8. Widnes, having won the toss, have elected to play from left to right, and so it will be Gary Schofield to start the game for Widnes. For Leeds in the usual blue strip. Gary Schofield playing at standoff today, a little bit of trouble getting the ball settled, get it kicked off. A good crowd here, probably somewhere around about 12,000 watching this game. Leeds, a well-supported club now, they're coming back into form and plenty of big signings. Mr. Kershaw waves us off, and here we go with Schofield deep into the 25. Widnes jumping with it, trying to drag the way up to the 25 line. Mackenzie, so quick behind the play the ball. Short pass onto O'Neill. O'Neill trying to drive his way out. Both sets of forwards would probably try to sort each other out in these early stages. Grimmer. Pike turned it inside onto Mackenzie. Good backing up by Widnes. Mackenzie up behind the play the ball. Hume getting it moving, O'Neill sending it across onto Sorensen. Sorensen running back across field, straightens up, running very powerfully before he goes down to the tackles. Heron trying to get his line moving. O'Neill turning it back, short passing, keeping it tight at the moment. A lot of tension between these two teams in this early stage of the game, and there's the high kick. Testing for the defence, well taken by Bassnett. Bassnett running in field. Runs into the strong Widnes defence. Maskell now waiting behind the play of the ball. Maskell onto Crooks. Crooks driving his way forward, trying to get his team out of trouble, away from the 25 line. Waddell playing his first game for Leeds. Big, strong, hefty, blindside prop forward. Fighting for every inch of territory. Now it's Powell's turn. Ball tight among the forwards in these early stages as Maskell gets it out onto Price. Ball not got out to the backs yet. Wilson scrum half there taking it, but it's lobbed back for the kick to Schofield. Schofield's kick has been charged down, and Nolan and Afire makes an awful mess of that. Not very good with the ball at his feet. Once he's got it in his hand, he can streak but several times the ball kicked to him. He doesn't seem to handle too well. So we come to the first scrum of the game. Referee standing on the narrow side, keeping the packs apart. Wilson wanted to get it in, referee lecturing them, the ball's in. And Widnes won it against the foot in and the head. Good one to win for the first scrum, as Myler being forced back inside, managed to keep the ball moving. And Heron comes in to stop the move, to snuff out the attack. O'Neill puts his shoulder in. Courier coming through on the outside, they couldn't get the ball to him. Short pass, still tight in the forward, powerful running by prop forward Grimmer, takes it over the halfway line. Mackenzie waiting for the play the ball, long wide pass onto Hume, gets it out onto Pike, Pike onto Tate, and Tate's feet are taken from under him and he's upended. O'Neill waiting for the play the ball, right on the halfway line. Little dummy from O'Neill from Acton on a beautiful short pass. And Widnes goes streaking through, going hard for the line. Nice little kick, going to be chased for the corner. Rolling for the corner, in fact, he can't quite take it. And it rolls just short of the corner flag. Referee giving the scrum down. That was a lovely clean break by Widnes. The side through, pushing Leeds back to 5 yards from their own line. The referee says it was on the sixth tackle, so it's a rollover. Maskell onto Waddell, Waddell trying to bring the ball out of the danger zone, coming in hard. Maskell once more from the play the ball onto Powell, Powell keeping it tight, dragging them with him, fighting for every inch of territory. Maskell again, and it's the forwards doing the hard grafting work, bringing it out of the 25. Still tight in the forwards. War of attrition between these two packs at the moment. Trying to sort each other out. It's flung back for Lee Crooks. He hoists a high ball. Taken cleanly. Widnes running it out towards the right wing. And Waddell up quickly. Flung inside by Courier. Courier onto Hume. Hume knocked down to the ground by Price. Mackenzie so quick behind the play of the ball. Widnes keeping the ball moving well. Long lob pass can't be taken cleanly. Zachary knocks on as well. The referee's heading. No, he's bringing them back. Long lob pass. Two players couldn't get their hands on it cleanly. And Kershaw's going to bring them back for the scrum down. But just inside the Widnes half. With the Wilson to feed. Maskell with the loose head. Referee standing on the narrow side of the field. Son can keep his hand up. Terribly untidy scrummage. In fact, collapsed completely. And the referee going to give a penalty against Widnes for collapsing the scrum. It was a very untidy scrum. A most dramatic, vivid, picturesque gesture from Kershaw. Schofield comes up to bang it into touch. Pushing Widnes back towards the 25. Maskell onto Waddell. Waddell trying to play him on his own. Strong, sturdy man. Maskell from behind the play the ball onto Crooks. Crooks handed onto Wilson. Wilson stretching it out wide onto David Stevenson. David Stevenson throws a wild loose pass back, which Heron has to go and recover. Tries to get it out to force it on the wing, and it's a most inaccurate pass. Untidy, scrappy play as the ball rolls into touch. This time to June to feed. Caught in possession as he's picking up the ball. The referee's not happy with Wilson judging he's offside. New rule now is making them stand well behind the pack. Widnes banged it into touch, got the advantage there from that scrum, gained a lot of ground. Mackenzie, short pass onto Pike. Pike trying to force his way through. Slow play the ball. O'Neill taking it on the burst, trying to suck the forwards in, and then let's spray the ball out and spread them. As now Sorensen can't get rid of the ball. Good fast tackling coming up quickly. Hume doing the runaround, switches direction, out onto Myler. Myler lobs a pass out onto a Fire, and a Fire's buried as he's receiving the ball. Widnes now turning on the attack as it comes to Sorensen. Sorensen slips it, and the ball's still going loose, still going round, and ball's let drop again. Widnes handling this as if it's red hot, but the referee said the last one was knocked on. So we scrum down, both sides very keen, coming in hard, coming in quickly. As Wilson feeds, lost it again. Widnes won another against the head. Switch back inside onto Curry. Curry gets it onto Myler. Myler battling his way, but eventually has to succumb to the tacklers. Referee saying get it off of Hume. And Myler not happy there. And Hume manages to get his pass in onto his brother. The loose forward driving over the 25 line. Mackenzie waiting for the play of the ball. Kershaw standing right on top of the tackles, making sure there's no messing. Little dart from behind the play of the ball, and this time Mackenzie's caught, can't get the ball moving. Hume moving it across field. Onto O'Neill. O'Neill gets it out to his centre. The ball's gone astray and it's been gratefully dropped on by Widnes. 10 yards out from their own line. Now we get the Grafton stuff as the forwards try to take it, but they're running cross field at the moment. Forwards are going to have to come harder and straighter onto this, and they're going to clear the lines with this good Widnes tackling. It's head down and in, trying to force the way away from the try line. Struggling hard in their own 25. Now they're spraying it out well. And Courier comes over, slings his man down. The referee says it was too high, and so this will be released for Widnes. Penalty just on their own 25. Gary Schofield slews off his foot, not a lot of ground game, it's safely into touch. Maskill comes up with the tap. Waddell again, taking them with him, and a swing there. Referee not happy with that, calling out. Grimmer went over the top there in the tackle. All high tackles banned at the moment, all head tackles are out, and so another penalty. That's two in very quick succession on the halfway line. Gary Schofield shoving Widnes back again, back to their own 25. Maskell onto Waddell, and the referee said they weren't far enough back, so it's another penalty. Right in front of the post. Will they call David Stevenson over? Easy kick this for David Stevenson, right underneath the post. "14 minutes of the first half gone, still no score as David Stevenson lines this up, and this should put Leeds into an early lead after quarter of an hour's play. Absolutely dead straight kick. And there it goes, no mistake. 2 points to Leeds, Widnes nil, David Stevenson setting it up after 15 minutes. Widnes, who've had most of the play, most of the attacking play, they've been on top, now 2 points behind. Still having to struggle hard, the Leeds defence doing its work well. Once more from inside their own 25, Sorensen coming in, buries his man. Maskell onto Waddell dragging his way up powerfully over the 25, and once again Sorensen in trouble for going in high onto Waddell. Caught him over the head. will help Leeds once more. Gary Schofield bangs it safely into touch. Referee Kershaw right on top of these teams, watching the tackling extremely carefully. Hard driving forward by Waddell. Maskell waiting behind to play the ball. On to Crooks. Crooks puts his forearm in, was driving forward. Sorensen actually take the ball off him. Tempest getting a little bit frayed. Lee Crooks going to get called out. He'd had the ball snatched off him. He wasn't too happy about it. Retaliated. And so Widnes have got the penalty. Just inside their own half. Dowd makes no mistake with the penalty. Widnes now on the halfway line, going in hard in the forwards. Price coming in strongly to the tackle with Waddell. On to Hume. Hume doing the switch with Sorensen. Sorensen bring it back into the middle, onto Michael O'Neill. Michael O'Neill can't get shot. A scrum half Hume was backing him up well. Mackenzie trying to dart through to play the ball. Forward coming through without it. On to O'Neill. O'Neill's fighting for every inch of ground. Mackenzie moves it inside. Well picked up from the low pass. And the ball's been dropped. Gibson onto it quickly for Leeds. Gary Schofield waiting behind to play the ball. Powell trying to take them on. Next by Hume. Maskell short pass onto Waddell. And Hume's in again and they hurl him back towards his line, back over the halfway line. Maskell waiting behind to play the ball. Long pass. Gary Schofield, a wild one, it bounces before it reaches Stevenson. Stevenson looking to give it back inside, but has to die with it before he can get shot. Crooks puts in a long kick. Tate having to go back for it on his own try line. There are plenty of defenders, wall of blue shirts, jerseys up to put him out, 10 yards out from the line. A fire from behind to play the ball. Picked up and bounced down by Gary Schofield and Maskell. That ball beautifully moved by Widnes. Milo now with no number on his jersey. Looking for support, still managing to keep it moving. Widnes playing as if this ball's red hot, and that's powerful running and good backing up as Hume is put down. Back to Milo. Milo having a run from behind to play the ball. Darts over the halfway line. Hume going to act in half back. Short one from Hume onto O'Neill. O'Neill going hard down the field. He has a fire with him. Fire on his inside. He couldn't get the ball out to him. Milo waiting behind to play the ball. Onto Dowd. Dowd hands it on. Comes on to Hume. Hume holding it. Short pass. On to Tate. Tate gets his pass in. On to Grimmer. Grimmer gets it out. The ball just to Thackeray. Thackeray goes to the corner. He's into the corner. And that's the first try of the game. Widnes had moved the ball well down the field, coming onto it hard, coming onto it fast, keeping it going. And Thackeray was there to finish off well. Just moved it in from the touchline. At 19 minutes. And so Widnes go into a 4-2 lead. Once again you can see Thackeray finishing it off well. Long kick for Dowd. 7 yards in from the touchline. And he misses it, so we come back. Widnes now in the lead. Leeds 2, Widnes 4. And a keen, wholehearted tussle on our hands. Tate did extremely well to get the ball out. On to Grimmer. Grimmer keeps it moving. And then the cover comes across. Couldn't take Thackeray. Gary Schofield once more restarting. 2 points behind. Ball belted back down the field. Dropped by Tate. He gets it at the second attempt. Feet go from under him. Sorensen coming in to complete the tackle. Crooks moving it across. Onto Basnett, who's coming to the middle of the field. Maskell waiting for the play of the ball. Onto Powell. Widnes tackling as ever. So strong and so safe. Little run around move being worked. Widnes having no trouble at all stopping it. Waddell using his strength. Sorensen and the equally big man meeting him. Gary Schofield's kick's been knocked down. Widnes get it, second attempt. Leeds crowd screaming for a knock-on. Referee not giving it. Gibson flings his man round and down. Thackeray moving it inside. And they meet each other with such a thud, and the referee not happy with it. Once again says it was a head tackle, and all head tackles are illegal. So Dowd will kick for touch. Good high ball over the touch line. McKenzie, short pass onto Sorensen. Sorensen trying to take them with him. They can't hold him. He gets it back onto McKenzie. McKenzie dancing and twisting and trying to force his way through. Sorensen up to active halfback. Nods it across. Onto Grimmer. Grimmer's held 10 yards out, trying to drag them over the try line. Widnes now hot on the attack as McKenzie whips it out to the left. Onto Hume. Switch between the two Hume brothers, but Leeds cover across quickly. Leeds, Widnes just going across the line. Myler trying to get his pass in. Still on his feet, looking for support. Gets it onto Pike. Pike trying to force his way. Pike gets it out onto Hume. Hume lobs the pass. Onto Sorensen. Sorensen out to Thackeray. Thackeray being forced inside and forced back into the cover. Being taken by Gibson and by Heron. As he went down, he couldn't hang on to the ball. They were bawling away at him, punishing him, pummeling him. And as he went down, he lost the ball, and so it will be a scrum down 5 yards out from the Leeds line. Wilson to feed. Pike having lost his boot. Oh. And a penalty to Leeds. The Widnes scrum half offside at the scrum. Gary Schofield bangs it into touch. That's a lot of pressure on the line. Maskell, short pass. Wilson just hands it on to Waddell. Waddell doing the hard grafting engine room stuff. And Maskell once more forwards. This time it's Crook's turn. Fighting for his 5 yards, 10 yards of gain. Maskell onto Wilson. Wilson onto Schofield. And Widnes in quickly into the tackle. And Leeds finding it very hard to gain territory. Forced back inside and didn't move quick. The ball's gone loose. Knocked out of Heron's hand. And Widnes on it quickly. O'Neill onto Hume. Hume moves the ball across. Myler. Nice inside pass, which Courier can't take, and Widnes lose possession. Leeds glad to have that ball back. Basnett coming to the middle, running cross field. Making himself an easy target for the tacklers, and Maskell now onto Waddell. Waddell going for the shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line, coming hard onto it. And the referee not happy with that tackle. Lying on gives Leeds another penalty. Gary Schofield down the Widnes left wing. Tap taken. Waddell using his weight, using his strength, lets the ball go, and it's loose on the deck. They're fighting for it. It's Widnes who have it. Grimmer gets up, plays it back. Still hard and tough in between the forwards as Hume comes up to act in half-back. Brother comes tearing into it. Now it's Mackenzie. And Widnes couldn't take it cleanly. So once more we scrum down, this time the Leeds to feed again. Wilson. Widnes having a bit of trouble getting down, and Wilson getting it out. Flings the ball onto Gibson. Hume goes across the field and puts him down easily, along with Myler. David Stevenson trying to batter his way through from the acting half-back position. Cleverly plays the ball quickly, and that's a good run by the hooker. Maskell darting through there very well. Wilson waiting behind to play the ball. On to Powell. Powell's legs taken from under him. Good tackling by scrum half Hume. Maskell dummying to give it to Crooks. Turns it back inside to Heron. Leeds battling the way down towards the Widnes line. Goes on to Crooks. He puts in a lovely little overhead kick. There's a chase here for the line. It comes to Gibson and he's over. What a well-spotted kick there by Lee Crooks, who was coming up towards the last tackle. He picked his spot. Don't know whether that was a rehearsed move, but he put it on a tanner for Gibson, and Gibson following it up well. Cracked the Widnes defence. They've been coming in fast and coming in hard. And Crooks decided that the way to beat it was with a little kick, and he stabbed at the ball. And that now puts Leeds back into the lead. Leeds 6, and a long kick for David Stevenson. 7 yards in. Across, hit the post and out again. So it's Leeds 6, Widnes 4. And that was a nice try, well worked try by Leeds. A lovely little kick from Crooks makes it now 6-4. Gibson showed a nice turn of speed as he went for the lines. Widnes to restart. Right up to the try line. A long way for this lad to go, and he's met by the wall of defenders. Sorensen coming in to complete the tackle. Putting Fawcett down, and Waddell now working extremely hard. Real strong workhorse. As Heron puts him down eventually. Terrier coming inside, Wilson moving in oh, and a wild pass goes astray. Very loose play as it came out to Gary Schofield. Wilson waiting behind to play the ball. Crooks once again hoists a long ball. Well taken by Tate. Going well down the wing, a lovely run by Tate, gaining tremendous ground, jumping with it, plenty cover there. He gets away from another talent. Schofield going back to take him, hangs on, oh, and his pass has been intercepted. A wonderful run by Tate, right down the wing, trying to give it a reverse pass inside. He's put Leeds under a lot of pressure again as they push back to their own try line once more. A great run by Tate from that long kick by Crooks. Price plays it back onto Maskell. Maskell onto Waddell, and again he's going hard, trying to battle his way up to the 25 line. Being met by a solid wall of Widnes defenders. Maskell. Widnes living a bit dangerously, coming up down to Gibson, Gibson dumbing it. Touch Judge screaming at Leeds to get up and play it quickly. Turned inside by Price. The kick's been charged down. All Widnes can do is fall on the ball. O'Neill and a drive and wedge through the forwards. Mackenzie waiting for the play the ball. Mackenzie onto Pike. And Pike's lost the ball. It's flicked up into the air. The referee's seen the knock on. Pike couldn't hang on to it. When ball went to ground, it was flicked up in the air back to Widnes. But the referee's given the knock on for the Wilson to feed. Coming out to Widnes. Wilson gets it moving. Myler into the tackle. Leeds looking a little bit ineffective there in the attack. Heron being forced back inside. Hands the ball onto David Stevenson. David Stevens buried under the Widnes defenders. Mackenzie comes in. Maskell moves it. And strong running again by Waddell. Maskell. To Price. Back to Maskell. Heron going back inside, he's knocked to the ground. Wilson coming over to dummy half-back. Little overhead kick by Gary Schofield, covered inside the 25 by Tate. This time he doesn't make the same brilliant run that he did with his last effort. Courier inside. On to Thackeray. Thackeray. Back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie hands it on to Pike. Pike a short one. Grimmer. On to Dowd. Dowd puts a long ranging kick and it rolls and rolls and rolls into touch. 10 yards short on the Leeds line. That's 7 or 8 minutes still left of this first half. Leeds still leading by 6 points to 4. Ball bit of a mess off around the scrum, knocked on behind the scrum. That should have been Widnes' ball. They couldn't take advantage, and now he got the ball in there. I'll never know if they go around the blind side onto Fawcett, and Fire hangs on to him. Helped by Hume and force him over the touchline. Bit of wasted possession there for Leeds. Got the ball from the scrum and not a single tackle out of it. They went round the narrow side and forced over the touchline. Back down on the deck. Referee not happy. Said it's Leeds who've collapsed it. And so Widnes with a penalty right on the 25 line. Dowd coming over. Decides he's going to kick the goal. There's 2 points in it. No, he decides to bang it into touch, but they're still in the and somebody's opened his mouth and give another penalty. I would think this time he'll go for goal. Yes, the touch judge told to go behind the sticks as Dowd sets it up. Leeds 6, Widnes 4, as Dowd. Should be a simple kick. Stabs at it to level and scores at 6-all. A close, tight, hard-fought game as Gary Schofield comes back up to the halfway line. Neither side managed to establish superiority as yet. Perhaps the pressure might tell in the last quarter of an hour. And his feet go from under him. Thackeray nearly through there, just lost his balance. Flung inside by Pike moving it across the line onto O'Neill, a long one onto a Pye. There's plenty of blue jerseys between him and the line. Gets away from one, turns it inside. Widnes hot on the attack here, and eventually it's snuffed out. A Pye has set it up well down the top line there. The defence is watching him very carefully. And he's pleading his innocence, but the referee having none of it. Not happy with what happened in the tackle. And so Widnes, chance here to go into the lead as we get close to half-time. Scores level at 6 points each, down. Setting it up on the mountain of sand. As we come up close to half-time, down, stabs at it. And the flags go up from Widnes go into an 8 points to 6 lead as a result of that down penalty. Widnes clawing to get the way back into this game as we come up towards half-time. About 4 minutes still to go to half-time. Sorensen going cross-field. Easily tackled. Mackenzie having a little dart again from behind the play. The ball gains a lot of ground. Still going, keeping it moving. Gets it out to Pike. Pike dies with it. Hugh. Kick by Down. Long kick indeed. No, the touch judge sent in on the full, so it's back. Ball back. Ball just over the touchline, Wilson to feed. And the substitution has been made and Ray Ashton's come on at scrum half. Wilson gone off. Run around me by David Stevenson. Tate coming into the tackle. Ray Ashton now going to act in half back. On to Waddell. Waddell running back into trouble. And lying on in the tackle. As Waddell plays the ball to himself, fights his way forward, another 5 yards of ground gain. On to Powell. Powell decides he's going to take them on his own. He's held 10 yards out. Leeds now, hot on the attack. And the referee says they're hanging on and it's a penalty to Leeds, right in front of the sticks, 10 yards out. Referee Kershaw waving frantically, gesticulating and not to lie on in the tackle. And David Stevenson coming up to take one that he should back heel over. Widnes leading by 8 points to 6. Slightly round the corner, stabs at it and it's over, levelling the scores. Leeds 8, Widnes 8. Now can either side crack the other just before we go in for half time. Another long kick from the kick-off. Leeds back inside their own 25, just managed to clear the lines, bringing it out. Price dragging his way forward. Maskell hands it on to Ashton. Ashton on to Waddell. Waddell being held, wanting to get up quickly. Maskell again. Ashton moving it along onto Crooks, trying to get it out to this left wing, out to the Basnet wing. Myler into the tackle. Gary Schofield lobs it back. Crooks kicks through into the 25, taken by Tate. Tate clearing his 25, trying to go hard down the middle, runs into a solid wall of defenders. Dummy from behind to play the ball by Thackeray. Nobody buys it. Sorensen coming up to act in half-back. Kick behind the defensive line. Spencer having to go back into his own 25. Mackenzie's up there to take him, along with Pike. Fawcett gaining valuable yards of ground. Ashton. On to Crooks. Crooks has lost the possession. O'Neill has it. Crooks couldn't hang on to it as he was heavily tackled and bounced down. O'Neill snatches it up. Played back to Pike. Pike with it across to Hume. A long one onto a Fire. Fire streaking down just as his arm grabbed and he has to dive with the ball. Widnes now spraying it along the backs. On to Sorensen. Sorensen running powerfully for the line. Myler waiting behind the play of the ball. Gets it out. On to Grimmer. Grimmer being pushed back. Good defensive play as the forwards coming hard and determined. Hume moving it on to Myler. Myler on to Courier. Courier being held. His arms are locked. He can't get shot. Referee says last tackle coming up as Hume does the run around. A long pass nearly intercepted by David Stevenson. Stretched out a long elastic arm. Just managed to get his fingers to it. Knocks it down. Couldn't hold it. And so it'll be scrum down for the knock-off. Ray Ashton to feed. No, it's the Widnes feed. Hume to put it in. Stevenson having knocked on. Pack's not straight, wheeling all over the place, wheeling towards the touchline. Hume puts it in, it comes out. He nearly made a mess of it, managed to get his pass in. Goes out onto Courier. Courier going hard for the line, lobs a pass onto Thackeray. Thackeray taking him on the outside, he's going for the corner. Is he going to make it? And he's in at the corner. After having juggled with the ball, he took that extremely well. That was a high, difficult ball to take. Went round them on the outside to ground it almost on half-time, making it now Widnes in the lead by 12 points to 8. Good finishing by Thackeray, tall, rangy wingman. Ball was fumbled a little bit at the base of the scrum, then it was whipped across the line. Little conference among the Widnes players. Had to push it back. Myler holding it, bringing Courier. Courier did well to get out of a tackle. Saw the opportunity on the outside and all 4-5 blue jerseys chasing across. But Thackeray with great determination and strength and speed went in at the corner. Down with a long kick and it fades across the face of the post. So Widnes managed to get the lead just before half-time. And there goes the hooter, just on the stroke of half-time. The players go off after a great first half with the half-time score. Widnes 12, Leeds 8.
very tired bus there.
So the players take the field for the second half, and if the second half is nearly as good as the first half, we're in for a feast of entertainment. Neither side really on top yet. Widnes really had slightly the better of the first half exchanges, and it shows in the score of 12 points to 8, and so the second half, Widnes from right to left, down, sets the game in motion. Ball rolling awkwardly along the deck, picked up cleanly. And it looks as if medleys come on in the second half, and the substitution been made. Perhaps find out which players not to come back on. Widnes battling away from the 25 line, have lost the ball. Widnes onto it quickly. O'Neill up, acting half-back, lobs it on to Sorensen. Sorensen's legs taken from under him with good solid tap, little bit of a stab at the play of the ball there. Widnes letting the ball go, keeping it moving, not wanting to die with it, as Tate, who's made some great runs, forces his way into the 25. Maskell out to Hume. McKenzie out to Hume, and a bit of high tackle there, and the scrum half did well to get it to the second attempt and then lost it. Hume took a little bit of stick there in that tackling. Dowd with the loose forward, Hume going in. Maskell from behind to play the ball. On to Medley running wide. Now Powell's turn. Powell driving up to the 25, met by Sorensen and Grimmer. Ashton moving the ball out. Bit of a wild pass. Goes out to Wilson, who looks as if he's in the left centre position. Don't see Gibson. I think Gibson's come off. Roll over. Widnes in possession. Not a particularly good pass, hit the deck before it reached its man. McKenzie going through from acting half-back. Long lob pass out onto the right wing. Good strong tackle round the hips, downs him. Widnes turning and twisting, trying to find a gap in this defence, and not finding it easy. McKenzie onto Hume. Hume onto the loose forward, Hume. One that looked a bit high there as they came in, and the referees let it go. And Myler was down. Onto Hume. David Hume turns it back inside. Widnes squirting the ball about. Going round in ever-decreasing circles, but they keep in possession, keeping it moving. It comes to Sorensen. Sorensen bangs one off, bangs another one. Sends a long pass. Comes on to a Fire. Fire can't take it cleanly. Widnes regained possession. Comes back to a Fire, but a little bit of trouble there. They were going across the 25 line and couldn't penetrate that solid Leeds defence. And it looks as if Wilson has gone to left centre. Medley's come into the Pat Gibson has gone off, and once again bad handling by Widnes, loses possession for them. They get it back. Hume moving it out onto Sorensen. Sorensen lobs it out onto Thackeray. Thackeray trying to battle his way over at the corner, and he's hurled into touch right off the corner flag. Leeds player hurt. He must have been badly hurt. The touch was in very, very quickly to shout for assistance. Ashton puts it in, goes round the narrow side. Probably wishes he hadn't. And the touch judge is not having it either. The Widnes defence went round the narrow side of the field and sorted Ashton out. And I think Hume could well be in trouble. Referee signalling that a fifth went in. Gary Schofield gets Leeds out of a lot of trouble, banging it down the field. Ashton moves it along the line onto Waddell. Waddell taking them with him. Taking 3 Widnes players to get him down. Out to Ashton. Ashton trying to prompt the forwards. Gets it onto Powell. Long pass from Schofield out to the wing onto Basnett. Basnett over the halfway line. Schofield acting half-back. Crooks puts the kick in behind the defence. Tate having to go back for it right on his own try line. And he's beautifully tackled right underneath his own post. The fire coming across to try and save the situation. Running the ball out, keeping it tight until his team have time to get back and recoup behind him. Reform the defence. Sorensen now bringing the ball away well. And a beautiful break on by Widnes. They're streaking down the field now. Going hard for the line. Currier going hard. Puts in a long, long kick. Being chased by Hume. Right on the try line. And Spencer forces his way into the field of play. As he was tackled almost on the try line. That was a good clearing run. Well set up by Sorensen and Currier. And the touch judge has seen something. Having a little word with the referee. They're going back quite a long way. Was watching Mr. Kershaw. He's going to give a scrum down. I don't know what the reason for. Perhaps he must have been in touch, Currier, as he went down the wing before he put the kick in. Probably stepped over the touchline, and the referee brings them back for the scrum down. Wilson to feed. Referee says the scrum's been collapsed. And it's a penalty to Leeds. Hume, scrum half, queering it. Widnes pushed well back. Touch judge going way back down the field. To the 20, just outside the 25. Waddell powering his way forward. He's so strong. Widnes taking him one low and one high. Maskell waiting behind to play the ball. On to Powell. Powell running hard and straight. He's nearly over his held. 3 yards out. Now it's Widnes' turn to turn on the heat as Maskell moves it on to Crooks. Crooks tries for the second time to put that kick in. It's knocked backwards by Widnes, and the court are right on their own line. That little kick of Crooks brought a try in the first half, and that time the cover was there. And now Widnes battling away from their own try line. Leeds trying to pin them down as Pike drives forward. Ingles the shoulder. Grimm has lost the ball. It comes out to Schofield. Schofield turning inside, and he's smothered before he can get shot. David Stevenson now leads in a good attacking position. David Stevenson does the run around, trying to get through a gap, gets a wild pass in. Wilson, who's gone in the centre position, going very, very strongly. He's held just short. That was a good run by Wilson. Maskell waiting behind to play the ball. Out to Ashton. Ashton on to Powell. And Powell snatched out of the air by Sorensen. The referee not happy with that. A bit of battling going on. Mayhem among the forwards. Sorensen came in very strongly into the tackle there. As Widnes run a lot of pressure on the try line. Wilson had run through well, and then they got the ball moving. Out to Powell. Referee having a word with Sorensen. And he shows in the card, and Sorensen goes off for 10 minutes. So Widnes gonna backs to the wall. They're under a lot of pressure here on their own try line, and a man short. There'll be a penalty just short of the try line. Powell got rather battered by Sorensen there. On to Waddell trying to take them over with him. Maskell to Ashton. Ashton on to Crooks. Crooks going back inside, dragging them with him towards the try line. And all the Widnes defenders round him, trying to hurl him away. Maskell a long one to Ashton. Ashton stretching the defence. Wild pass goes out onto the wing. Bassnett turning it back inside. Leeds going cross-field and lost a bit of ground. Heron sends a long ball out. Comes inside, just short of the line, and the hurl back again as Spencer tries to fight his way over. At the moment it's all Leeds. Leeds right on top as Ashton moves it across to Heron. Heron, a long ball out. And Fawcett is dragged over inches from the corner flag. He was really going for the corner now. And Leeds piling it on, and Widnes under tremendous pressure here. Playing a man short. Sorensen in the sin bin. Widnes coming across well then and force Fawcett into touch. Hume to feed. And he fed it well and got it out. Just manages to stay in play as Ashton comes round on the narrow side. Pike moves it on to a Fire. Fire fighting for 5 yards of ground. Mackenzie, short one. Here come the forward battling in like an irresistible force, an immovable object as these two packs keep battering away at each other. Mackenzie and Widnes flinging it about rather dangerously, 10 yards out from their own line. Courier, little overhead kick. Ashton has it covered. Courier chasing him, he gets away from Courier. Ashton moves the ball out. And his ankles go from underneath him. And at the moment it's all Leeds. Leeds wanting to get on with the game quickly as Ashton moves it inside. Waddell going hard for the line, bounces one off, and he's dragging his way over and he's held just short. Schofield waiting first pass, holding it a long one out to Crooks. Crooks going inside, and his arms are locked, and once again the held just 3 yards short. Schofield waiting behind to play the ball, dummies with it, managed to get it out, and the force back inside, and the Widnes line holding. It's under a lot of pressure as Crooks comes up. Crooks onto Schofield. Schofield holds it, and the ball's been dropped by Fawcett and rolls into touch. It was the sixth tackle, so it's a turnover, and Widnes fighting the way out again from their own try line. On to O'Neill. O'Neill coming in strongly. Disappears on the blue jerseys. Mackenzie, so quick from behind to play the ball, gains a good 10 yards of ground. O'Neill lobs it inside onto Hume. Hume moving it across. And there's an intercept by Schofield, and he can amble over. A wild pass by Leeds. And the poacher, Gary Schofield, ever alert to that sort of thing, nipped in. And the defence was so devastated, he could just amble over the line to make it now. Leeds 12, Widnes 12, and Gary Schofield gone over underneath the post. This should put Leeds back. A little bit of a stab at the play of the ball there. Not a very intelligent pass from Pike, lobbed it across the line, and Gary Schofield, ever alert, making it easy for David Stevenson to put Leeds into the lead. Widnes have withstood tremendous pressure, but eventually they cracked. Been playing with 12 men, obviously missing the strength of Sorensen in the defence there, as Leeds hit them with everything they'd got. And it was Gary Schofield, the man who seems to steal so many tries. Spotted that wild pass from Pike. Absolute straight kick for David Stevenson. And that puts Leeds into the lead. Stevenson goal, 14 points to 12. Widnes to kick off, now behind in this tough, hard-fought fight between these two top-of-the-table teams. Leeds should now have the tails up. Ball been dropped. Medley trying to bring it away. Referee bringing them back for the knock-on. Nearly halfway through the second half. Hume to feed. Coming out to Hume, lobbed out onto Myler, bringing Dowd inside. Dowd tackled low and hard and effectively. And an easy pass on to Sorensen. He ambles over, the referee's bringing them back, says the pass was forward. A gap opened the mile wide there, but the referee brought them back for the forward pass and Sorensen went in. Bit of a let-off for Leeds. Ashton feeds the scrum. Hangs on to it as the pack break up, give him a bit of a ball, he's trying to push him over the try line, but he managed to stay in the field of play. Leeds right back on their own line. Forwards come crashing and bullocking and barging the way. Maskell onto Ashton. Ashton hands it on and the Leeds defenders move up quickly. Another 5 yards of ground fought for. Pike and Hume coming to tackle. Kick behind the line of defence. Tate having to go back along with Thackeray. Using Tate as the foil, but Leeds not buying the dummy as Thackeray goes down and wanting to get up quickly. Tate waiting for the play the ball on his own 25. Happy to put his shoulder in and dive with it as Widnes regroup. Pike getting his line moving onto a Fire having a bit of a run, but watching him very carefully this afternoon. Take him round the legs and there's no way he can get into his stride. Pike gets it on to Tate and that was a long ball. Thackeray did very well to take that one, he had to stretch for it. Courier, good run by Courier, and eventually loses possession, and Ashton couldn't pick it up, a little bit of aggro creeping in again, bit of needle between Thackeray and Ashton. Courier dropped the ball, and Ashton should have had it in his pocket, but he dropped it. Sorensen back on the field, Leeds Widnes back to full strength, can't get their heads down in the front row as Ashton comes over to feed, and there's feet all over the place, and Widnes have been given the penalty and been given the second penalty for a boot going in. Double penalty there to Widnes from that scrum. Dowd bangs it into touch. Now it's Leeds' turn to face up to the pressure from Widnes as the forwards come turning at them again. Onto Hume. Hume does a switch with Sorensen. Sorensen dummies. Turning back inside. Defence hang on to him. Leeds coming up solidly in defence, all moving up as one man. Pike trying to dummy his way through. Courier from behind to play the ball, having a run on his own. Managed to get his pass in. Thackeray whips it back inside onto O'Neill. O'Neill moves it on to Pike. Pike's held by the defenders. Nice little grubber kick through, being chased by Hume. Spencer drops on it, 5 yards out from his own line. David Stevenson trying to bring the ball out of the danger area. Maskell moving it across onto Ashton. Ashton onto Medley. Medley's knocked down, he gets up again. Hume's in as well. Shoulders met good and hard. And the penalty for lying on at the play of the ball. Chance for Schofield to push Leeds out of their own 25. Powell now taking them on, good long ranging run. And he's still got a powerful run, that, a great run, lets the ball go. Kicked into touch. And the touch judge waving his flag. Looks as if another substitution is being made. And Ayres is coming on for Grimmer. Hume coming over to behind to play the ball. O'Neill clears his 25 before he's down. Ayres trying to battle his way through. Pike dumbing with the ball. Quick break from behind to play the ball, clearing the halfway line. Mackenzie very quickly there. Mackenzie managed to slip the ball away, smuggle it away more than anything else. And Widnes lost a bit of ground, the ball's still loose, been snapped up again, the referee's going to give it as a knock-on. 6 tackles, so it's the rollover. Schofield whips it on to Ashton. Heron grovelling his way forward. Ashton moves it on to Waddell. Waddell lets the ball go, it's kicked back. Medley gets it moving. Widnes up quickly. Maskell waiting for the play of the ball. Gary Schofield gets up very slowly and very painfully. Medley trying to dummy his way through. Defence take him, bury him. Bit of mauling going on in the tackle. Referee rushing over to sort them out. Ashton kicks behind the defence. Now that's a very good kick indeed by Ashton. Almost up to the corner flag. Widnes push back to 10 yards or so from their own try line. Hume coming over to feed. In it goes, and it's coming out to Hume. Packs all over the place. Neither side yielding an inch. Sorensen gets the ball, moon has been dropped, and Schofield's on it quickly. Well, that was dangerous play by Widnes, near their own line. He lost possession. Comes out to Ashton. Ashton onto Crooks, having to stretch for it. A long one out to Fawcett, which he couldn't take cleanly. Long, wild pass. Not very accurate. And so a bit of a let-off for Widnes. Chance for them to get possession again inside their own 25 as Hume comes round. And he got that out very nicely. Out to Myler. Myler got a kick. Long kick. David Stevenson going to have a bit of a headache after that, as a fire came up trying to take it on. Sorensen tugging at his man. Gary Schofield waiting for the play of the ball. On to Ashton. Ashton moves it across onto Heron. Good strong running by Basnett. Takes it almost up to the 25 line. Touch Young, screaming, get off him, let him play the ball. Maskell moves it on to Ashton. Ashton on to Heron. Heron smothered by Pike, can't get rid of it. Waddell having a run. Managed to get shut of it onto Powell. Powell driving over the 25 line, put down by this defence, sticking to its guns. On to Ashton. Switch back inside, Schofield lost it. And been snapped up by O'Neill. Widnes, as ever, so full of fire and fervour, battling the way all the time, never relaxing for a second. Hume plays it back to Mackenzie, turned inside. Long ranging kick, forcing Spencer back into defence. Widnes moving into the attack. Leeds try to power the way forward. Ashton hands it on to Waddell. Waddell met by Pike, he's pulled the ball off him. The referee must have said held, going to give the scrum down. Hume going to come round the lead side of the pack to feed the scrum. Giving his hooker a good look at him as he puts it in and gets it out. Myler holding it. Onto Dowd, back onto Myler. Myler onto a Fire. Fire getting a bit of a run. Leeds keeping a very close guard on a Fire this afternoon. He's hardly got a yard. Long pass stretches them. And Widnes being forced back in. A strong run by Courier. Tremendous run by Courier. He's looking for support. Can't get rid of the ball, and a Fire was just on his outside. Widnes now right on the line, comes to O'Neill, O'Neill holding it, on to Tate, Tate going for the corner, and Tate's in. That was good finishing, that had been well set up by Courier. Courier made a strong run for the line, and Tate linking up well, goes over. To make it now 16-14. Good try by Tate. Here we see long pass out onto Courier, coming inside, dancing his way, going strongly, showing a tremendous turn of speed, and no held, just short by Schofield. Hume screaming for a quick play of the ball. Out to O'Neill, O'Neill to a Fire. Fire held his pass very nicely, and Tate finished it well, right in the corner. So once again, Widnes go back into the lead by 16 points to 14. 32 minutes of this half gone. Leeds are going to have to fight back hard now to regain this lead. Widnes coming right back into the game. They suffered for a while Sorensen was off, but now they're back to full strength. And they're giving Leeds a pretty torrid time. Schofield in the centre. A high one. Myler bringing it away. Mackenzie, so good behind the play of the ball. Onto O'Neill, O'Neill trying to come down the middle, coming hard and strong. A good run by O'Neill, gains a tremendous amount of ground. Hume waiting for the play of the ball. Holding it, short pass onto Sorensen. Sorensen dumped unceremoniously. Now a strong run by Ers. Ers gains a good 15 yards of ground. Mackenzie waiting for the play of the ball. Onto Hume. Hume hands it on. And Widnes relentlessly driving towards the Leeds line as Mackenzie, short pass, ball out well. Courier going strongly, Courier having a good second half, gets it out onto Ers, Ers onto Sorensen, and he made that try look so easy. And that was once again set up after a powerful run by Ers, and then Courier following it up well, split them wide open. And this Widnes machine is grinding Leeds into the ground. Try to Sorensen after 33 minutes makes it now 20 points to 14. And I said earlier, perhaps this last quarter of an hour might tell the pressure has. Mackenzie doing very well. And Courier once more striding out majestically, managed to slip it in beautifully to Ers. Sorensen having to juggle with the ball, but so close to the ground, to the line when he's moving forward, there's no stopping him. Down. Trying to convert the try. Once again he misses. So with about 7 minutes to go, 14 points to 20. Gary Schofield now 6 points behind. A good solid tackle. Put Hume down. Little kick at the play of the ball. Heron and with Powell and Ashton. Referee waves them back to one. A little stab at the play of the ball. Now O'Neill. Showing a lot of strength. Widnes wearing them down relentlessly. Powering the way forward. Out onto a fire. Now a fire's had a good run. And turns the ball inside beautifully. Onto Mackenzie. Mackenzie going for the line. Dummies. Dives for the line and he's in. And look and see the delight on a fire there. He set it up nicely. Turned the ball. He went well down the wing. Turned it inside. It went back out again onto Mackenzie. And the little dummy from Mackenzie. And he went over to make it now 24 points to 14. Just in at the corner flag, it's going to be a long kick for Courier. Widnes now really getting right on top of Leeds. Fire there, left them nearly for dead. He was well backed up by Dowd. Onto O'Neill. O'Neill onto Mackenzie, little dummy to Afire. Afire must cause great worry to defences. They're watching him so much to give other players a chance to take advantage of it. And Courier now with a long one from just inside the touchline. Right back up to the perimeter wall. Belts it good and hard and through and over. And that makes it now 26 points to 14. And surely by now Widnes must have this game in the bag. Support work absolutely tremendous from the Widnes side. Cover came across but couldn't hold them. Widnes coming away from their own 25. And a lot of strength and a lot of power in this Widnes pack this afternoon. A bit of a wall of attrition between the forwards, and I think it's the Widnes pack who've come out on top. Been so powerful, they're quick away from the play the ball. Widnes handling the ball well. Out Sorensen lobs it over the top. Once again the streak down the field. Going hard down the far wing. And they're coming up for the line now. And held just short. Widnes came away beautifully then. Now lobbed out to Thackeray. He dives and forces his way over. In the dying minutes, Thackeray goes over again to make it 30 points to 14. Just a couple of minutes to go of normal time. And Widnes sweats majestically down that right wing. Courier had a fine game, particularly in this second half. Made some tremendous runs, and that was a nice lob pass over the top by Sorensen. Good finishing at the end. There was plenty of cover there. Little dummy and Thackeray was there. Took off and battered his way over. So this game now in the bag for Widnes. 30 points to 14. After going through a sticky patch partway through the second half, when Sorensen was off in the sin bin, and Widnes really had to battle hard against a strong Leeds attack, and Leeds really turned it on and looked as if they were getting on top for a while. But once Sorensen came back on the field and Courier started to take command of the attack, Widnes came right back into it, and they're now well worthy of the 30 points to 14 lead. A good victory this for Widnes, away at Leeds, a team with so many tremendous players. They spent such an awful lot of money, and yet Widnes seemed to be able to find the homespun talent. Just one or two stars like Afire and Sorensen, whom they've had to buy, but a lot of these lads are local players and put on fantastic. There's a nice neat little overhead kick, well covered, bravely fallen on by Leeds. Ashton waiting behind the play, the ball out onto Crooks. Crooks hands it on. Dowd goes into the tackle. Maskill behind the play, the ball. Long pass. Not affecting Widnes. They seem to have plenty of men there to take them. Schofield onto Ashton. Ashton moving the ball along the line onto Crooks. Crooks trying to drive through. Has support. Gets it onto David Stevenson. David Stevenson lets the ball go back onto Schofield. Schofield turning back inside. Ball's been knocked down. It's loose on the floor. Widnes up quickly, but Leeds managed to regain possession, and the referee signals it's back to one as Maskill comes up to active half-back. On to Waddell. Waddell has been given the man of the match award. On to Powell. Powell going hard for the line. Widnes defence takes him. Maskell, a long one on to Ashton. Ashton on to Heron. Heron on to Schofield. Ashton waiting behind the play of the ball. On to Crooks. Crooks, a very ineffective kick through. Rolls harmlessly over the dead ball line. In the last minutes of this game now, as Widnes try to bring it away, and they broke beautifully down the middle, coming strongly over the halfway line, coming out onto a fire, and David Stevenson just manages to get his hand to his ankle and force him over the touchline. Fire there with a bit of a chance, bit of room to move. David Stevenson covering across extremely well, managed to knock his feet from under him, and he slides over the sideline. On the 25, Ashton to feed. Bit of loose play around the scrum. Referee says it's Ashton's ball. He's trying to get his line moving in these last minutes. Going across the 25. Driving forward and has played the ball to himself. Widnes tugging away, trying to regain possession. Little bit of trouble. Referee not having it, giving the penalty to Leeds, and Gary Schofield down the field, into touch, a good touch right up to the 25 line. And there goes the hooter for full time in what has been the most entertaining and delightful game of rugby. A game in which both teams can be proud, but Widnes will be the ones who are most delighted as they go off winners by 30 points to 14. Well, that game gave us a lot of pleasure, and I hope that the video you watched you thoroughly enjoyed. This is your commentator, John McDermott. Your cameraman was John Oakes of Micron Electric, from where this video is coming. And now, to wind up the entertainment, there's going to be an interview with Hugh Waddell and all the tries from the Salford and Warrington games. So if you can just be patient, you'll have a little more entertainment.